Michigan Wolverines, hey, they're back at it, and they are not done in this 2025 cycle. Most teams are done in 2025. Michigan is not. They got a big-time five-star on the board. We're talking Tai Haywood. He's a five-star offensive tackle from Denton, Texas. The only available five-star that remains unsigned. He decommits from Alabama about 10 days ago now, and this weekend, he was in Ann Arbor for that official visit. How did it go, Steve? What are you hearing? What's the latest intel on Tai Haywood?
Much anticipated official visit. Michigan's a program we've been keeping an eye on since the end of the fall for Tai Haywood. They're one of the biggest reasons why he didn't sign with Alabama, long-time commitment. And with that, Alabama's like, you're not signing in December. We're all moving on here. So Michigan gets Tai Haywood on campus right after Sharon Moore, Grant Newsome, Sean McGee, their general manager, make an in-home visit. These relationships are really strengthening. Coach Moore, the emphasis on the offensive line. Coach Moore is really leading the charge in recruiting Tai Haywood, so I think that's special as well, getting him on campus, getting him around guys, getting him around the program, the stage that Michigan plays on. The intel favors the Wolverines right now. So Chad Simmons and I have logged an on-3 RPM in favor of Michigan, joining EJ Holland and others. So we like where Michigan stands. Now they got to get it to the finish line. Florida State, Texas Tech, still trying to chip away. We'll see if some other schools emerge. But right now, really like Michigan's position coming out of the in-home with Coach Moore, Coach Newsome, and Coach McGee. And then the official visit this weekend. They're really impressing Tai Haywood and his family.
So, we watched Michigan recruiting kind of hover around the 17, 18, 20 spot in recruiting for much of the cycle. Then, of course, the big flip comes of Bryce Underwood towards the end. Michigan recruiting kind of takes off in this trajectory that we haven't seen in a while with them. And now it looks like they're going to add another five-star to this class before it's all said and done. What would Tai Haywood add to an already top 10 class for Michigan? What does that mean for the Wolverines recruiting?
Well, I believe they would jump 3 more spots to number 6, so the Wolverines have a chance to finish with On3's number 6 ranked recruiting class. And you look at it at the top, you have Bryce Underwood, the number 1 overall player in the country, the top quarterback prospect in the land, someone that's going to come in right away and compete for QB1 duties right out the gate. 6'4", 215 pounds, 2-time state champion at a high school that had never won a state championship before he stepped on the field. He played in 3 state championship games, had 4 deep runs in the state playoffs. He's a winner. He can make every throw. He can extend plays. He's going to give Michigan their most talented signal caller under center in quite some time. Andrew Babalola is already in the fold, has as much left tackle traits as any at the position in the class. He's a little more raw than some of his peers. But if it really comes together, it would not be surprising if Andrew Babalola is the top offensive lineman selected in the draft in 3 to 4 years down the road. So you add Tai Haywood, another 5-star, to Bryce Underwood and Andrew Babalola, you are really solidifying the perimeter blocking and your quarterback. I was at the All-America Bowl, Navy All-America Bowl in San Antonio last week, Josh. Nate Marshall, a 6'4", 270-pound athletic defensive lineman, very versatile. Michigan flipped him from Auburn the day before the early signing period hit. Michigan really crushed it in the secondary this cycle. They flipped Shamari Earls from Georgia. He's a 6'2", 205-pound defensive back that can really run. They beat Penn State for Kenoa Winston, a very versatile safety product. And then Jaden Sanders is a very intriguing 6'2", 180-pound cornerback from the Lone Star State that we have ranked in the On 300 that has a lot of upside. So this Michigan class loaded in the secondary, obviously landed the top quarterback, have a chance to sign one of the best offensive line classes in the country. A lot of high upside guys, a lot of culture fits. Could finish number 6 nationally, but this is a class that can help Michigan get right back into the conversation of winning another national championship.
Yeah, finishing with Nathaniel Wosu Boateng on the first early signing period, possibly Tai Haywood on the second. What a finish for Michigan. Michigan fans, we know the Wolverines are trying to get back up to the top. How do you feel about the recruiting class that they're bringing in 2025? Let us know. Comment section below.